We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs,
the show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show number 127. We're so glad you've joined us today. I'm Kim White, your host, and I'm joined by the icon herself, Kat Corchado. Good morning, Kat.
I was like, who's she talking about? Good morning, Kim. It's so great to be here. It's always great to be a co-host with you on GME. So I hope everyone is feeling great and they're excited about the show. And as we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Yes, we do.
So I know that we have people watching us who are entrepreneurs already. And I want to speak to those people who are entrepreneurs up here. They haven't, how can I say this? They haven't pushed the button yet. So if you are already excluding yourself from watching GME, don't. Because we are all real people in different phases of our business, and we want you to be in on this. We want you to see our what do they call them, Kim? Gaffes, our mess ups. Because we will. We promise you that. But we're also people who are in the middle of our businesses who can help you if you have a question. So you might come across a question about business that you might say, okay, I'll store that for later. So please join in and watch us, even though you're an entrepreneur up here and not yet. And all I'm going to say is get your business going. There we go. I just said it.
Always says, just do it, just like that.
I was trying not to say that, Kim. So one of our favorite places that we love to go all the time, it's a frequent flyer type of trip, is Entrepreneurland. So let's go there and see what's happening.
I love Entrepreneurland, I confess. It's somewhere I have lived most of my life. But today's theme is temporary or permanent business thinking. And this might be a little bit spicy right out of the gate this morning, but I think it's important. And that is, are you, like Kat said, counting yourself out? You're thinking, well, maybe I'll do a business. Maybe I'll stay in business. Or are you thinking long term? One thing I want to speak to too is there's actually a middle one. It's not just counting yourself out. It's not just counting yourself completely in. There's also people who build businesses to sell them. So how you build a business matters. How you do the things that you're dreaming about matter. And I hope that you can pick up some things today to apply.
I have a hard time with the temporary and what was the other one you said, Kim? The middle one? There's permanent, but there's another one you said?
The ones you build to sell.
Yeah, see, I feel like my business is like my baby, you know what I mean? It's like giving your here you go. You look like a nice person. I'm giving my child no, I'm not doing that. And I think that all of us in this community are permanent thinkers. And when I think about permanent thinking, I think more of not just today, but what does my business look like next month, next quarter, next year? I'm always planning. So the temporary and the other one, nah, I'm out.
I love it, Kat. Well, let me just say, this is one of the things that I appreciate so much about this community is Jill Olish does our chronicles every week. And she gathers all this information. She spies on everybody so that she can get all the numbers to share. But I want you, sweet viewer, if you are not understanding how to get started, like Kat said, here's a great place to remember. These numbers are only from the last little over 3 years. They're not from a lifetime. These numbers are actually very short in this grand scheme of things. I mean, I'm 58. Last 3 years is just a drop of my life. So I think it's important to know what's possible when you allow yourself to get it out of here, like Kat said, and get it out in the permanent thinking part.
Absolutely, Kim. I think it's also, we always celebrate, certain milestones in our life, birthdays, anniversaries. But when you become an entrepreneur, you want to celebrate not only the big wins, but also the small ones. Maybe you got through the week. So let's head over to our GME Chronicles and see what our community has built up thus far.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, October 3rd, 2025. The GME Chronicles is a celebration of moving the needle in our businesses, and we want to share these numbers out loud with you, not to show off, but to show what's possible when we come together in business. To catch you up, we had 4 Pilates classes with Kat in Small Space Pilates. We had Website Royalty, the place to get your Kajabi website questions answered in the My Sexy Business community. Rounds 34 and 35 of Fire Up Mastermind, the mastermind of fierce leaders who are ready to serve hard, use irresistible, not creepy marketing, build relational businesses, and truly empower others. There were 2 sessions of Simple Publishing Mastermind, the mastermind that gives you the tools to format and publish your edited work beautifully, even if you've never done it before. And 1 session of Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Choose Your Own Adventure Business Mastermind with real-time strategy, tech help, and accountability. Congratulations to the masterminders who completed round 34 of Fire Up Mastermind. Kat posted a new blog, Understanding the Appropriateness of Online Workouts. My Sexy Business went live 4 times with Website Royalty, where Kim and Denise explore the tools within the website platform Kajabi. And My Sexy Business also went live with show number 126 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to subscribe to the My Sexy Business YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or new clips. Check out the latest season of Late Bloomer Living with Yvonne Marchese, a fresh, fearless podcast for anyone ready to rewrite the rules after 40. Every week, Yvonne brings bold stories and smart advice on reinvention, passion, and joy, proving that life's best chapters often start later. Head to your favorite podcatcher to listen now, along with these podcasts, Sisters in Service, Buckets and Boom Gates, 5 in 15 Interviews Leadership Series, Bearing It All with Call Me Adam, Mucked Up My Self-Care, Mama Outspoken, and SEO Day. On Clubhouse, Adam and Denise hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Room on Wednesday, which currently has 1,308 members. And on Thursday, we held the 55th Walk and Talk with the community. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME and you can connect with everyone there. This all brings our weekly number to 18, making our grand total 6,948 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 3 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up next week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, save the date for the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit coming up on October 15th at 11 a.m. Central. It's going to be a lively, spicy, and sexy roundtable discussion about entrepreneurial hiccups and hurdles for creators and business owners, held and led by the Fire Up Mastermind. You can also join us at the Vision Board Party coming up on October 29th at 11 a.m. Central. It'll be a virtual gathering held inside the My Sexy Business community where we create vision boards together. Whether it's your first time or your 50th, you are invited to dream, design, and celebrate with us. But for this week, you can find us at Sticky No Time Accountability. From goal setting to task management, Kim and myself will go through the process we do to stay productive even when life gets a little sticky. And Website Royalty. It's the place to get your Kajabi website questions answered within the My Sexy Business community. And speaking of community, you can find us in places like the Clubhouse audio app, Buckets and Boomgate Studio, Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, The Walk and Talk, Kitchen to Kitchen, and wherever you're watching now for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. For more information on upcoming events, head to our events page at mysexybusiness.com/events. So you're always up to date on what's coming up next. Back to you in the GME studio.
I was going to say, I wasn't ready. I was so ingrained. the numbers. I'm so impressed.
I know. It's amazing. Okay, I'm going to change my cup.
I was going to say.
Ta-da!
Like
SEO Day.
These are the new cups for Denise's podcast, SEO Day. And it says the Findability Queen says make Tuesdays your SEO day. So we love our new mugs. Thank you, Denise Millet, for.
Thank you, Denise.
I've been enjoying my coffee out of a mug very much. If you guys remember, I was using a Pyrex cup because I couldn't find my mugs.
With a spoon in it.
With a spoon in it. That's right, Kat. Well, we have a couple of things that Kat was not aware of. We'll just say we withheld information. But one of them is we realized after the fact, and this is after the fact by more than 2 weeks, y'all, and it's embarrassing, but we missed Cutie's birthday on September the 15th, right? 15th? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had to write it down to make sure I didn't mess it up, and I still tried to mess it up. So Cutie is Kat's husband, Peter Corchado, who is an amazing supporter of GME and Kat. So happy birthday, Peter. And we're sorry we messed the dates up. So
no worries, Kim. No worries. I just love celebrating him in ways because he's very quiet. He's very kind of, and I won't say I love embarrassing him, but I'm the goofy one, if you haven't already noticed. So he's the very straight-laced to my goofy. So we make a great team.
Oh my gosh, y'all are a beautiful couple, and I should have had a picture ready to share, but I didn't even do that. But we do have a different surprise that I'm not even going to frame. It's just a celebration video we want to share of something that's very significant. So if you'll roll that beautiful bean footage, and we'll get it.
This is a freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, good together forever.
Happy podcast birthday, Kat.
Well, thank you, Kim. I love all the purple, you know that. But I think it's interesting that when you first start anything, whether it's your business, a podcast, or whatever, all you think about is, you're in like 3 months. And you think, oh, where am I going to be at in a year or 3 years or 5 years. And I think the reason that I have stayed is because it's a passion project for me. And when you're passionate about anything, you just keep doing it. I'm not going to say I don't have bad days, because I do. But when something's a passion, it fuels you to keep moving forward.
I'd like to show the cover art for Sisters in Service podcast real quick, because I think it's important to note, Kat, that you came in not knowing where this was going, and you've already made such an impact for the military and for, you have Why Not Wellness episodes on there, which are super, super amazing. So it's an important piece to, and maybe we don't have it. I thought we had it. We do not have it. Okay. So we'll show that a little bit later, but I do want to point out that Kat Corchado is the host of Sisters in Service podcast, who sponsors Military Minute. So we're going to head into Military Minute, but Kat, I want to say thank you out loud for being part of the show, for being part of this segment, and for being diligent in bringing messages that connect entrepreneurship and the military.
Well, thank you, Kim. It's rare when someone who isn't affiliated with the military wants to know more. So I am more than happy when you asked to do this. I was on board before I think you even got the sentence out of your mouth. So
well, let's head over to Military Minute.
Yes.
How has being a military brat helped you today?
Well, just a note, Kim, all military brats call themselves military brats. And they get it. They understand. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm a military brat. We understand. That's what we are. And I am very, very proud of being a military brat. I also understand that watching my dad in the military, there were certain boxes he had to check off. When we went to an appointment, you had to be on time. When it was time to move, there were certain things that we had to do as military brats to help out so that we could move, so that we could get to another school. Being a military brat is about putting yourself out there and making friends, knowing how to make friends. So I had to understand how to make other kids feel comfortable around me enough that they wanted to speak to me, that they wanted to have a conversation, that they wanted to hang out with me. And once you understand that as a kid, then making friends is easy no matter where you go. I never put the two together in business. Being a military brat has helped me to be open. It's helped me to be okay with other people. And I think podcasting had something to do with that too. But understanding also that being a military brat was something that was special and still is to me. Putting all of that together and understanding my business, I was like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I get it now.
I love Military Minute. And Kat, don't laugh, but I grabbed something. I couldn't find the right one, but I grabbed this because I just want to make sure that the cover art goes up. That this is the cover art for Sisters in Service podcast. If you're on any podcatcher, just look up Kat Corchado. You'll find lots of places she's guested because she's an amazing guest on podcasts. But this is her one that she does such a good job. So Kat, I wanted to make sure that we could share so they could notice which one it was that they needed to go to for you.
Well, thank you so much, Kim. I think it's something I hold near and dear to my heart, not only just being a military brat, but also my military service, as you can tell, that I'm super proud of it. But I think that the military part of it gave me the discipline to be an entrepreneur, although I did not know that at the time.
It didn't feel like that at the time.
I didn't feel that way.
Well,
So.
Something else you do that I think being a military brat actually prepared you for, because you're so good at it, is you help lead the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit. And it's coming up super, super quickly. It is October the 15th, and we want to put a little invitation out there. If you have not attended one of the summits, we do this every quarter. And if you have not attended one of the summits, and can you guys grab the graphic for the summit and put it up, please? That is a one of the things that I think is very special, is we are very transparent, and we have made it, very, what we do on here too. We have a lot of confessions. We have a lot of things that we are messy doing it, and we're okay with that. Can you guys find the graphic for it? Sorry. This is a good example of messy. We are messy around here, and we're okay with it. Let me say that we're okay with it, because we want you to realize you don't have to be perfect to do all these kind of things. And we are definitely not perfect around here, but this theme for the summit this time is about hiccups and hurdles. And I think GME has so many hiccups and hurdles in it. We didn't know how to do GME before we started doing it. And we've learned along the way how to up-level things and how to do things. So I think it's important to note. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, guys. We have an amazing production team in the green room helping us. So I just want to say that too. They're on fire, and they never know what rogueness I'm going to bring to the table and ask for. So let me just be clear about that. But the summit is something that's very near and dear to my heart, because it is a way not to show off people, but to give people understanding of no one's perfect. None of us are perfect on this summit. And we want to share what we've learned along the way. My first real business was at 16. I was, play business, and I'll call it, before that, but my real one, started at 16. So I feel like this is a very important thing. And Kat, I love when you said entrepreneur in your mind. Like, if you're thinking about entrepreneurship, this is a great place to find out some of the things you might face. You might face some, and you'll face some things as a business owner that may surprise you, but there's a whole different side to that of freedom. I wouldn't trade what we do for anything. It's so special that we can impact the world, have the freedom to build our lives, to do the things that we're doing. So you want to say anything, Kat, about the summit before we head into the next segment?
Absolutely. I think sometimes especially before I became an entrepreneur, when I hear somebody, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, and you never see the cracks, the stuff that's being put together with a Band-Aid, it always looks perfect. And we're very transparent in the things that we've been through and how we overcame them. And don't be scared to make a mistake, because you're going to. And you go, okay, I know not to do that next time. And then you just move forward. And that's what being an entrepreneur is. It's, sometimes you take 4 or 5 steps forward, and then you take 6 steps back.
Sometimes that is the truth.
So just know that we're real people, real entrepreneurs, and these are real things that we've been through.
And save the date, October 15th, 11 a.m. Central. We'll be live. You guys can even ask questions in the thing and participate with us. So we do have an after party. We're not going to talk about it right now, but if you want more information, you can head over to our website, and you'll find all kinds of information. You'll find all kinds of stuff on our website. There you go. We'll just make it that simple, Kat. There's lots of stuff.
Oh, there is. I love it. And it says roundtable leader, but not because I'm good at leading a conversation. I just like to talk, y'all, as you can tell. So.
You're very good at both, Kat. That's the thing. You're very good at both.
All right, Kim. So I think we should go to our first segment of our Roving Reporter. And, we all have people, there might be friends, there might be family, there might even be people we don't even know who we consider to be heroes, whether they're heroes in business or just in our life. I consider Donna Bender to be one of those superheroes. And she's going to, in her Surprise and Delight marketing segment, tell us about who is the real hero in your business.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And I am here today channeling my inner Wonder Woman. So for today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment, we are going to talk about something truly heroic, our clients. You know, in all of our lives, we have many heroes. It could be family, friends, mentors, colleagues who inspire and support us. But have you ever thought about your clients as heroes? On July 30th, we celebrate National Hero Day, a perfect time to show appreciation to those who make our businesses thrive. You know, when a client chooses or purchases a product or service we provide, that's a heroic act that brings us joy and satisfaction. So their trust and loyalty make them the unsung heroes of our success. So why not take a moment to surprise and delight your clients? A simple thank you note, a small gift, or even a call of appreciation can make a world of difference. And by doing this, you not only acknowledge their importance and value, but you also create a lasting impression and build a wonderful relationship. And in their eyes, you become a hero too. And who wouldn't want to be seen as a hero? Just saying. Remember, celebrating wacky holidays like National Hero Day is more than just fun. It is a chance to strengthen relationships and build loyalty. Happy National Hero Day, everyone. And back to you at the GME studio.
I have a question, Kim. How does she always look good in every costume she puts on? Who does that?
Donna. She amazes me with all her costumes and all her fun, but she also amazes me with her strategies, Kat. Like she does the big show and tell, which is on her YouTube channel. She just did it the 30th of September, which was another rock star show. She did an amazing job of, you know, just talking about the ways to appreciate your clients and make your business grow in a different way. Most people don't think of this, but her channel is at Donna Bender Giving on YouTube. I'm going to highly suggest you go over. There's a playlist with all of the past big show and tells. Go look at them. It will change the way you think about doing business. Mm-hmm. It might make your business thinking a little more permanent, Kat.
I believe that she helps all of us to really help us feel as permanent business owners by helping us to, it's not just about us, it's about the people who help us in our business. It's about the people that we want to thank in our business. Maybe it's someone you just want to buy a gift for and you don't know what to buy them. Dawn is that person. She's that go-to person for that.
And can we show our mugs one more time? Because
we can. Oop, where am I at? There we are.
Donna facilitated these lovely cups for Denise Millet. Mm-hmm. Donna is a rock star. She's the one that helped us like co-brand with Yeti, and like we have done some amazing things with Donna. Donna is definitely a game changer, just like our next roving reporter, Kat. I just have to say.
She is. I want to ask the question though, how is it that Donna can be a rock star and a superhero at the same time? I'm jealous. I'm just saying, I'm a little jealous.
Me too, Kat. Come to think of it.
So when we are permanent thinkers in our business, one of the things that you would not think of is play. Play helps creativity. It helps to bring about new ideas. So our next roving reporter is going to talk to us, Yvonne Marchese, aka the play instigator and the resident age agitator. In her segment, Entrepreneurs Later in Life, she's going to answer this question for us.
Thanks, Kim.
This is Yvonne Marchese, your resident age agitator and play instigator, here to talk about later in life entrepreneurship. Here's the thing. Business doesn't have to be all spreadsheets and strategy and hard work. When you make space for play, you spark creativity and innovation and problem solving. I've seen it over and over again, not just in my own journey, but in the interviews that I've done with entrepreneurs on the Late Bloomer Living podcast. Taking time to play, whether it's skating or painting or even learning a dance move, lights up a part of your brain that helps you see new possibilities. The next time you're stuck on a problem, step away from your desk. I'm going to do that right now. Just kidding. Play isn't wasted time. It's an investment in your creativity. And creativity is what drives your business forward. That's all for now. Back to you in the studio. I'm going to go dance.
I have to say, is like energy.
Exactly. But I have to say, I've learned a lot from Yvonne about play. You know, I thought, okay, play is over here and then work is over here, but they can commingle together. And what I have found, I've actually done this play thing, like you start to get ideas. Like I have a pad and paper. Okay, a paper and a pen. That's what I meant to say. So that when I'm playing, I get an idea and I'm like, oh, and I write it down real quick. Or sometimes I'm walking and I'll get this idea and I put it on my notes on my phone. So play is not just for kids. I'm going to put it out there.
I love it. Well, her podcast is amazing. She has done already finished 5 seasons. She just started season 6 a few weeks ago, and she has brought a lot of guests, including Kat Corchado. She's been on more than once, but she's had like 200 plus guests on her podcast. So if you are wanting to know more about how play can help you be more creative, I think it's a great place to go and check it out. So I'm gonna say that is where you need to go on the podcatchers as well, is Late Bloomer Living podcast.
And I'm gonna say you just need to go to all of them. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
That is perfect, Kat.
Well, if you've been in business for a while, if you're a permanent thinker versus temporary, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do some bloopers. If you're a podcast host, see, I just did it. I tripped over my tongue. You're going to trip over your tongue. But don't take it so seriously. So our next roving reporter is Adam Rothenberg in Entrepreneurs in Entertainment. And how many times does it take to get it right, Kim?
Thanks, Kim. It's Adam, and I'm not back in my closet. For today's episode of Entrepreneurs in Entertainment, I wanted to share a few of the bloopers I had when I recorded my intro for show 126 of GME that just aired on September 26th. I hope these outtakes serve as a reminder that sometimes it takes a few tries to get the recordings we want to put out there for everyone to see. In this clip, what she has to say about... Take 2. In this particular clip, what Katie has to share about, oh my God, why do I keep thinking? Okay, take 3. In this clip, Katie shares about her secret passions in helping friends. And it made me think of a recent Princess Speak phrase we used, that when one boat rises, all the boats rise. Take 6. In this clip, what Katie had to share about secret passions and helping friends made me think of a recent Princess Speak phrase that we used, that when the water rises, all the boat rises. Oh, when the water rises, all. Take 7, lucky number 7. And that is today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment. It's back to you in the GME studio.
I love it.
That was funny. I like that a lot. But I think that when people see that, because you don't see those things behind the scene, all you hear is the finished product. Every now and then you make a mistake, and you guys don't do this, you don't know about this, but I sent a video to Adam one time and I didn't, let's say, edit it correctly. And there were some choice words in there, but he laughed, I laughed. We had a good time, but I have not repeated that.
The funniest part about that is it made it to me, Kat, and I was like, oh, I don't think we'll put that on GME. But here's the thing with Adam. Adam has done this for like over 16 years. He's done 2,200 plus interviews with celebrities. Like he has done a lot. He has bloopers to share, and he's not scared to share them because of like being too prideful about it. He wants you to know that it does take, retakes a lot of times. So on his website, I'd like to share his website. On his website, if you go to the top, it says interviews, but scroll down, Adam, for a second. This is where, okay. So on his interview page, he has lots and lots and lots of interviews. You can go on there and search for someone in particular that you're looking for, but he has so many interviews on there, and you can see the fun things that he does. He's a different kind of interviewer. And I want to make sure everybody knows he's already almost at 2.5 million visitors just in the last couple of years. So he has served a lot of people. And Adam, if you'll go back to the homepage for a second and go down, I just want everybody to kind of see the choices they have on your website for all the different things, because he's actually a podcaster too, Kat. We're on a podcast run today, and he's a podcaster as well. But he's got all kinds of things on there that, his favorite interviews, his favorite things, all the things. Adam has a lot to choose from. So you do want to go. And yeah, if you'll scroll down a little bit more, we'll show off that he had a fun video clip with Mel B from the Spice Girls. So anyway, Adam, call me adam.com. Go sign up for his digest so you'll be in the know about all the celebrity stuff. Adam is amazing.
He is. He does all the things, and and he's always getting better. So I want to be like Adam when I grow up.
Well, Adam is part of something in our community, and I just want to put a little quick spin out there. He's part of our website royalty to build his, website and do the things he's been doing that he just showed, which are impressive. But Denise and I have been doing some live streams on wherever you're watching this. We're out there. Go and check out the live streams from Website Royalty. We're talking all the things that go into your business. So if you're not temporary in business, you're really permanent. Come and learn how to have a home for your business and the things that will go into building relationships so that you can keep a long-term business. We are very excited that today's theme is temporary or permanent thinking, and we're glad you're tuning in today to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. This is show number 127, and we're thrilled that you are here. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out. This is a weekly live stream, and we want you to be part of it with us. The Roving Reporters are generously offering to be connected to everyone as well. So if you can show really quickly, mysexybusiness.com is where you go to connect to the Roving Reporters. It's okay. This is the messy we're talking about. We're good with this. We're going to be just fine. And scroll down to Good Morning Entrepreneur. There's a big red button for replays and for connecting with the Roving Reporters. So all those sweet faces waving, go to that big red button and connect with each and every Roving Reporter. They're all amazing humans. So thank you. Thank you all for scrambling in the green room, and thank you for helping us do a great show.
Well, Kim, I know that as an entrepreneur, I had lots and lots and lots and lots of questions. And other entrepreneurs do also. And so we have what we call our GME mailbag. So we get questions asked of us to answer on the air. So our first question, and I'm just going to be upfront, I'm not sure how the question of the week has to deal with being a permanent business owner. What if I want to build my business to sell it?
So this is a great question, actually, because when you build a business to sell it, you really do things differently. Like, you build it to be long term, but you build it differently. So if you're thinking of building your business to sell it, you have to think about the things that not just like customers and an audience would want, but what would a buyer want from your business? What would they want to know? So sometimes it's having numbers or having certain things that you normally maybe wouldn't even keep track of. It's so that you can show it in the light of selling it. Businesses are bought and sold every single day in this world, and it can be a very sexy proposition for you to sell it. I will give the cautionary tale of, don't build a business that you're abandoning your customers because there won't be anything to sell. Make sure that you are building it with the understanding of you have to be replaceable. So if you're not replaceable in your business, it's really hard to sell it. So I just want to throw that out there for anyone who's thinking of doing something like that.
Well, I think building a business is hard. And to me, building your business to sell it is not a permanent thinker. It's a temporary thinker. Or am I wrong, Kim?
It's the middle, Kat. It is thinking long term to be able to sell it, but it's also thinking of the exit strategy you need to be able to pass it off to someone else. So we didn't build this business to pass it off. Like, this is one of the things I'll just say, but I also want to retire or semi-retire from everything I do. Not some of the things, but there's a lot of things that we do. So maybe you exit on one piece of it. Maybe there's a lot of ways to do it.
Wow. I'm not selling mine. I'm just going to say. I'm a permanent thinker all the way through. I got to see it all the way through. I have to.
Kat's not giving her baby
I'm
away.
not giving up my baby. Well, speaking of being a permanent thinker versus temporary, one of the things that's permanent is being a parent. That's very, very permanent. And sometimes we have no idea how successful we are as a parent, just like in business, because we keep doing it, until much later. So our next roving reporter is Jill Olish, and she is going to answer that question. What does success look like as a mom and entrepreneur, in her segment, Mama Entrepreneurs?
Thanks, Kim. My definition of success changed when I became a mom. I think if I had started my entrepreneurial adventure aside from being a mom, my idea of success would have been what it was before becoming a mom. And I think motherhood really changed that because of how challenging it was to get done what I thought I needed to get done to be successful. It took a lot in me to reshape what I thought when it came to success and to be okay with what I thought being not up to my standards. And instead, it was shifting my expectations and allowing myself to count the little things as big wins. That started out as, getting to work on time, which was really just logging into the computer and showing up to a meeting at the right time, or being able to hit send on a really good email that I got done during nap time, or even being able to do the dishes after dinner on a busy night before I went to bed. So when I woke up in the morning, I wasn't bombarded with that feeling of this house is a mess. So it really took a lot for me to shift what success looked like for me in my life as a mom and now entrepreneur at the same time. And I think it takes a little bit of that understanding that grace is part of what allows us to create excitement around the small wins and to not compare yourself to what it would have been like beforehand, but to embrace what it is now and really take joy in that. Back to you in the GME studio.
I love Jillo and all of her messaging. She and her husband, Bobby, do a podcast, Kat, that is really, really good for moms and dads, entrepreneurs alike.
Yes.
And it is called Mama Outspoken. I would definitely go check that out. And if you are thinking that success for, being a mama entrepreneur looks like all of the pretty social media images, I wish that you would have a conversation with Jillo, because Jill will help you understand what real success looks like. And she's living proof. So check out her podcast, Mom Outspoken, on all the podcatchers.
I think it's really important when she said, the small wins. Like if your child went to bed on time and is asleep and you're like, oh, that's a small win. And it's huge at the moment, right? It's very huge. So I definitely understand, what she's saying about that. And, even if you're, like my kid is grown now, but, you have people in your life that maybe can relate. Maybe they're, it's a friend of yours or a coworker who's really, they're struggling, because their daughter's struggling with their grandchild, but maybe this is something that you could give to them to listen.
That's a good idea, Kat. I'll tell you, Kat, you have made an impact like Jill does with mamas. You've made an impact on me health-wise. You have a wonderful segment called Health and Wellness with Kat Corchado. But I want to say we entrepreneurs have a little bit different struggle sometimes, and it's sitting at these desks in front of these computers a lot. And I can't wait to hear what you have to say today about, are you shouldering your business?
Kim, hi everyone. We are going to work on our shoulders today. And we need that a lot, especially for sitting. So I want you to take one arm up and the other arm's going to go behind your head and grab either your wrist or your elbow, just like this. And I want this shoulder down and away from your ear. And now take this hand and pull the arm as close to your shoulder or your ear as you can. And then release. Reach, drop the shoulder down, pull. And release. How did that feel? It's a little surprising, isn't it? It looks very innocent, but when you do it, you think, oh my goodness. The only thing I want you to remember is whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. So next week, we'll have another shoulder stretch for you. So until then, this is your movement specialist saying bye for now and back to you in the GME studio.
You make us all better entrepreneurs because you keep us stretched out, Kat.
Well, all the things we have to think about in our business, and then we have to think about our bodies. If you've ever been sitting for a long time and then you get up and you're like creaking and popping and, you're like one of those, those, what do you call those old robots where you're here and then you have to straighten them up and stretch them out.
I love it. Well, I want to throw a life preserver out to everyone on behalf of Kat, because Kat, even in her logo, has a life preserver that she throws out to everyone, including me. Like I took that life preserver and came over to the Kat side of life. And I will tell you, she has a community called the Yacht Club, where you can live a life of luxurious health by following Kat and doing the things that she shares. Kat, you have generously graced everyone with a week free of the Yacht Club, and they're doing a great job of showing it. Smallspacepilates.com. You go to the Yacht Club on the homepage, and here you come to this purple button that will give you a free week, a complimentary week of live sessions with Kat, so that you can find out what we already know. We got our health back. We got some wellness going on over here, Kat. I'm able to do things I wasn't sure I'd ever be able to do again. And I think when you're of a certain age, I'm just going to go there. When you're of a certain age, sometimes you discount it by saying, well, I'm just this old and that's why I can't do that anymore. And I have learned from Kat, that's BS. It's baloney. You can do things. You can gain health. You can gain movement. You can gain what she calls functional movement, which I didn't even know what that was, y'all. By doing the things that she teaches. So I think it's important, if you are an entrepreneur and you want to stay in business permanently, long term, you need your body. You need to be able to move and do the things. So check out Kat. I'm just going to leave it right there, Kat. I heard you say the other day that's where you were going to land your plane. I'm landing my Air Force military veteran plane right there.
Well, I have to say, I love a try before you buy. I hate it when I'm looking on social media and I'll see something there and they go, yeah, just pay me right here. And I'm like, I don't know how good you are. I don't know if this is the information I need. So I think it's important, to be able to say, wow, okay, this isn't what I thought, but it's better. Or maybe I'm not your flavor, and that's okay too. And I'll leave you with this last little bit. If your body gives out, where are you going to live? You don't have to answer that now. It's an essay question.
That's pretty serious.
Well, speaking of serious, our businesses are serious. And if you're a permanent thinker, maybe not so much a temporary thinker, you're going to start thinking about SEO. And our next roving reporter is Denise Millet. She is also known as our findability queen, and she's going to answer that question for you in her segment, Helping Entrepreneurs Be Findable Online.
How does SEO work?
Yes, SEO works. Keywords are the connectors of your customer who's going to search to find a solution. So what words they're typing in or speaking into a search engine. Then they go out to the catalog and look for things that match, right? So SEO is optimizing, yes, but it's also this foundational piece of finding those connectors to your people and putting that in the right places in your content so that it can be cataloged properly, so it can then be retrieved by someone who's looking for something. So it's this cycle of doing these things. Now, there are different phases of it, as we talked about before, on page, off page, findability, whatever you want to call them. But what's most important is you get the foundation, you get it in there, you take a look at how it's performing, and then you review it and you refine it and you keep adding more and you keep making changes until you start to see the results that you want to see.
Check out our findability queen on the SEO Day podcast. I want to make sure everybody knows that Tuesdays are the day that the podcast drops. She has a lovely format of questions. I am the official mailbag keeper for this show, and she answers all kinds of questions, and of course, brilliantly. But there are things you can implement that day. So definitely set aside enough time to head over to SEO Day podcast on Tuesdays.
And I just want to say, if you're like me, and everyone in this community knows that I'm an ABC 1, 2, 3 girl, you got to speak to me in a language I understand. And that's what Denise does. So when you hear SEO and you go, ooh, no, I'm not touching that. She gives you bite-sized pieces of information that you can implement immediately. That's what I love about it.
Me.
Tuesdays, SEO day. So when you're in business, we all have, whether it's in your family or in business or friends, we all have a language, sometimes words or phrases that we use that maybe not everyone is familiar with. We call it Princess Speak, and it's the simple business language for entrepreneurs and business owners that our community uses on the daily. So should we reveal what we're going to be talking about, or should we go to Princess Speak and then reveal?
Let's go, Kat, because we only have about 3 minutes.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
And I want to point out my princess crown is broken from moving and I have not had time to replace it, but I'm wearing it anyway. Princesses wear their crowns. So here's the thing about today's Princess Speak phrase. It's called burning the boats. There is a little story about, you've gone to a deserted island and you're going to inhabit it. You've come to this place, you've got your boats out there, and you tie your boats up with the thought of, maybe I will go back. Maybe I won't stay here. But when you go all in on your business and it becomes a permanent way of thinking, you burn those suckers so that you don't have a way to get off the island. You have the ability to say, I'm going to stay and figure it out. So it is a permanent way of thinking that can change the way you do business. And everybody has about 30 seconds. Go, Kat.
All right. I'm so glad you explained that, because I was like, burning the boats. I have no idea what that is, but I'm not burning. I am burning my boat because I'm here permanently, because I'm a permanent thinker.
That's right, Kat.
I'm in that same boat that we'll have to burn because I didn't know either. But it can be a little scary thinking this way. And, like Kat, you brought up, motherhood is definitely a permanent position. So thinking like that in having our baby as our business, I'm right there with you guys.
Oh, Denise, you look cute on mute.
Keeping one foot in the boat doesn't ever help you. It just keeps you indecisive. And that's my spiel. Adam?
While I'm burning the boat, I will play the Madonna song, Stay. I want you to stay, stay, darling. I want you to love me, love me.
We do love you, Adam. I'll just say that. And, burning the boats is a way to stop the waffling. Whenever you're waffling and indecisive, like Denise said, that's part of the problem with business. And sweet viewer, if you are waffling about your business, whether you want to stay temporarily or permanently, do the permanent. And if you decide to sell your business, sell it, but stay in the game. Don't leave the island, because guess who can't be voted off the island in your business? You get to stay on the island as long as you do the things to keep yourself in business. If you're looking for a community, come hang out with us, because we're all figuring out different things in business, and we appreciate you being here today with us. And take that entrepreneur thinking from temporary to permanent. Burn those boats, and we'll see y'all next week. Love y'all. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.